come out every night that week and just sit there and wait and take a chance for Fred to come out. It didn't happen that way, honey. You were involved.
Yes, I was involved.
Calls were still involved. You had to communicate with him.
I did.
That he's coming.
I did.
Okay. You had Fred go to that mailbox, either check mail or
no.
Did you call him when he left on his own and say he's on the way, or?
You come across a part of the truth when you don't.
I think so. Yes.
You think so? What?
Yes.
Guess what?
Yes, I did call him.
Call Tim.
Yes.
And said that. Remember one.
He's leaving.
The detective tears apart the lies of the suspect on that particular day. But the relevant question is who this woman is and what happened on that day. Welcome to my channel. I am new on YouTube, so your review means a lot to me. It was the evening of April 21st, 2008, a quiet spring night in Carolina Forest, South Carolina. The air was mild, skies beginning to darken, and Fred Engel, a 57-year-old Dutch-born engineer, stepped outside his home around 9:30 p.m. to check the mail. Moments later, a gunshot echoed through the still neighborhood. Fred collapsed near his mailbox, struck in the head at close range. His wife, Sherry Engel, soon appeared frantic, telling neighbors her husband was missing. But behind the panic was a secret. Sherry had been involved in a long, toxic affair with Timmy Rogers, a man obsessed with her. Investigators later discovered a string of late-night phone calls between the pair that same evening, including one moment before the fatal shot. So the cops brought her in for the interrogation, and today we will focus on the psychological aspects of this interrogation.
Livingston with the Horry County Police Department. We were earlier at the detention center speaking with Sherry Engel. Miss Engel, we were here, and I believe before we left, you had mentioned that you wanted to make sure that communication was left open with myself and Detective Hoss, that if you wanted to reinitiate or talk to us, that would be available to you. Since we left, we haven't been gone a short period of time. The facility here has made us aware that you asked us to come back. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Here's the Miranda rights from the interview we conducted a short time ago. Those same rights apply.
Okay.
You understood those rights previously, correct?
Yes.
It's the same form you see where you initialed and you signed.
Yes, sir.
You say you still understand these rights?
Yes.
And you still willing to talk to us?
Yes.
Okay. Why is it that you asked that we would come back? Has something changed or something else that you wanted to say?
Tell you what happened.
Okay.
Detectives begin by letting Sherry believe she's in control, reminding her she chose to talk again. It's a soft entry that lowers her guard. When a suspect thinks they're leading the conversation, they speak more freely, giving away valuable details before realizing it.
The whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Okay, that's all we want.
I don't have the exact dates or times and everything, but approximately, this is May. March. Tim kept pushing me to leave my husband and everything. I wouldn't, and I didn't want to leave my husband. I loved my husband. And he thought it was awful because of the way that my husband treated me, being the European-style person he was, being Dutch. Since October of last year, he had worked at home, and I would take his breakfast up to him and serve him breakfast, coffee, go get the dishes, bring them down, take his lunch up to him. Timmy thought this was awful that I'd done this for him. And I kept telling him it wasn't bad. It was a wife's duty. And he said, I can't handle the way that he treats you. He treats you like a slave. No, I didn't feel like he treated me like a slave. So he kept on, and I kept sort of pushing him away, and trying to see him less and talk to him less and telling him, you know, it's not the right thing to do. I wasn't raised like that. I know he wasn't raised like that, even though we both had bad childhoods.
Sherry paints herself as the loyal wife who was simply pushed too far. Detectives don't interrupt. They use passive listening to encourage her to fill the silence, a subtle tactic that turns a rehearsed excuse into a spontaneous confession piece by piece.
And anyway, he just got me to the point that I just broke. I said, well, just go ahead and do it if you want to do it.
You got any idea what time period that was? Time frame? Was it still in March or was it in April?
It was in April. It was that very day. That very day, April the 21st.
You said go ahead and do it. What do you mean by that?
There wasn't no stopping him.
I mean, what did
he
say?
said, I'm going to do it for you, and I'm going to do it for me, and I'm going to do it for us.
When you say do it, though, I mean, what do you mean?
I didn't know at the time what he meant, sir, but now I do. He shot my husband. He walked up behind him at the post box. He told me down at my brother Bobby Carmen's. I went out and asked him, and also in the records you need to check after I've been to Bobby's, that I called him one night when I was in the trailer and he was in my brother's house. And I don't know how long the call lasted, but he said I was very angry. And I told him that you have killed my husband. You've killed my husband. And the next night he said, I've turned my phone off. I don't want to listen to your shit.
When she claimed she said, go ahead and do it, without knowing what it meant, detectives stay calm and neutral. That calm tone disarms her, making it harder to maintain lies. The contrast between her emotion and their composure magnifies her own guilt.
Take your time.
He said I hid in the bushes, and when he come up there and he was facing the mailboxes, he said he walked up and took the gun to the back of his head and shot him. And then he just some kind of rope or something up white thing and drug him out in the woods.
Okay. Get your breath now.
Oh, God, help me. Oh,
Deep breath, Sherry. Deep breath.
Oh, Jesus, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was wrong.
Sure.
I'm so
Sure.
sorry. Oh, God, help me. Oh,
Deep
Jesus.
breath, Sherry. Deep breath.
Oh, Jesus, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was
Sure.
wrong.
Sure.
I'm so
Sure.
sorry.
Listen to me. Listen.
Oh, Jesus, I'm sorry, Lord. Forgive me.
She starts crying and apologizing. The detectives do nothing to comfort her. The silence becomes psychological pressure. By not reacting, they separate genuine remorse from performance, forcing her to keep talking until the act collapses.
I'm not asking you fine. There's something still wrong. You still got all the phone calls back and forth between you. Tim wouldn't have pulled up, gone to the mailbox, and waited that night without knowing that Fred was going to come out. Someone had to have been in the house to get Fred to come out and say, go pay a bill or check the mail.
He was going to go. He was going to go mail them.
Let him finish.
Tim didn't come out every night that week and just sit there and wait and take a chance for Fred to come out. It didn't happen that way, honey. You were involved.
Yes, I was
those phone
involved.
calls were still involved. You had to have communicated with him and said that he's coming.
I did.
Okay. You had Fred go to that mailbox, either check the mail or pay a bill.
No.
Did you call him when he left on his own and say he's on the way, or?
You come across with part of the truth when you don't.
I think so, yes.
Do you think so? What?
Yes.
Guess what?
Yes, I did call him.
Call Tim.
Yes.
Then comes the key move, logical contradiction. They highlight that Tim couldn't have attacked unless someone told him Fred was at the mailbox. It corners Sherry into admitting that phone call, the missing link that ties her to the crime.
Remember one
He's leaving.
Okay. To go to the mailbox.
I didn't say that. I just said he's leaving.
But Tim had to have known.
He probably, yeah.
He didn't come out the night before and just wait, and he wasn't planning on coming the next night.
No, but he would drive by and stuff like that.
That was the night that had been planned. Especially if you're getting ready to go on a trip the next day.
That very night, that very day was when it was planned.
Okay. When did y'all plan to do it that night?
I actually didn't plan it. I didn't really think that he would do it.
Okay. When did you discuss it and say it may happen?
On them phone calls that you have on the paper.
Okay, so the calls that you said that you were under medication and you don't remember, you did place those calls, and that was
I
just
placed them vaguely and remember them vaguely.
Okay.
I'm guilty.
You called her. Okay.
You're doing what you need to do.
I'm guilty.
I mean, but you called.
The detectives now use control repetition. They ask the same question with slight wording changes, breaking down her denials until she agrees. Each small yes locks her deeper into the truth, step by step.
After he did that.
I have no idea.
Did he call you after he done it though?
Not for a while, I don't believe.
Well,
I don't know for sure.
Right,
I can't
just like we said
tell.
before.
Okay.
You called him at 5 after 11.
Okay.
That was real short. He said
Okay.
he's leaving. He called you back
At what time?
11:42, which is about, not quite.
That was when it was done.
Right. He called you to say it was done. It was 192 seconds. So 11:42, he called back. What did he say on that call?
I'm done.
That's all he said? Because, it was like a 3-minute call, 4-minute call.
Let me take a minute, okay? He was out of breath. He was really out of breath.
Mm-hmm.
And I was having a hard time understanding him. And he said, I'm done. I'm in my truck, going down the road, or something on the order of that. It's over. It's done. Just
He didn't
on
give
and
a
on.
specific detail. He just
Not until we were sitting on the porch, and he just sit there on my brother's porch and told me.
You said he shot him? Is that what you're saying?
He bought a rifle from a guy at the Value. What is it, the name of the motel he was staying at?
Value place.
Okay, he bought a rifle, a small caliber rifle, he said, from a guy there for $40. And he stuck it to the back of his head and pulled the trigger.
Wow.
And he said that Fred fell and hit the concrete. And that's when he took the rope, put it around his neck, and drug him off.
You say where he got the rope from? You say where he got the rope from?
No, I don't know.
When she describes Tim calling 11:42 p.m. saying, "It's done," the detectives barely react. That's intentional. They let her feel relief in talking. Unaware, she's giving them the exact murder timeline, a classic use of strategic silence.
Without telling you too much. They don't want to tell you everything. Some of that's not matching up. I'm not saying it's not how it happened. It doesn't sound...
I'm just telling you what he told me.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. I'm telling you all what he told me.
Most of what he told you is right, but there's a little small...
Was my husband shot? Nobody's told me.
Well, that's part of our issue.
Huh?
That's part of our issue.
Oh my God, that's what he told me. As God is my witness on my children's life, grandchildren's life. He said he came up behind him and he was right behind him and the gun was touching him back of his head or neck or whatever back
So
here.
why did Fred go to the mailbox to begin with? I missed something back there.
All I can figure out is I didn't know that he was going to mail the medical insurance.
But you understand what I'm saying? Tim, why is Tim there? How did he
Because
know
I
Fred?
told him.
Did you tell Fred to go mail something?
No, I did not tell Fred to go mail anything.
How was it going if you weren't going to send him out? You're just hoping he was going to go out?
Well, I knew that we weren't going to be back May the 1st.
Right.
And his medical insurance was due before then. And he wanted to sleep in the next morning and not have to get up too early. And that's what I took that he had mailed. That's why I had took that he went down and mailed. And when I found like I said, the checkbook that had the 2 checks in it, like I said, I didn't know about the revenue check. And this one for the insurance was dated and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just...
tell me, be quiet, Neil. That's fine. but I'm still find it hard for Tim just to pull up and
But
take a
he
chance.
said he didn't. He said he parked behind
Well,
the parking
wherever
area.
he went, I just find it hard to believe he went up there and it just so happened that
They next apply consistency testing. The detective politely rephrases earlier points. Did you tell him to get the mail? She denies, then admits. That shift exposes the crack between memory and deception, showing her story isn't holding together.
I'm guilty.
you called him. Okay.
You're doing what you need to do.
I'm guilty.
I mean, but you called us back and it was a little bit off. We're just trying to make sure
I'm
that
guilty.
we're 100%.
We also have to solidify our case with Tim. I mean, he may not talk to us the way you are, so we got to be sure we have every detail just as spotless as it can be to go ahead and head on with him about it. Because he hasn't been on with
I told him to go ahead and do whatever he wanted to do. He was going to do it anyway.
I'm
That's
going
what
to
I
jump
told him.
away from it. We're
Okay.
going to come back.
All right.
Speaking of Tim, did you tell him to be forgetful, or is he naturally that way?
He's naturally that way.
So if he was to tell us he don't remember anything,
He blocks things out. He has ever since I knew him. He has done it since he was a child when his mother was stabbed. His sister had done some molestation to him, and she finally admitted it to him, and he had blocked it out until she had told him about it.
What's it take?
Things like that.
What's it take to bring something back to him? If he blocks it out.
Bring him in here.
No, we can't do that. We can't bring him here with you.
Okay, that night.
That's how you can get him to talk. I can tell him.
Yeah, I understand.
That night.
I'm not going to lie anymore. I just can't lie.
Let's
Jesus,
go back there. We're not going to the whole story or anything. Let's just that night, the calls that we talked about.
Yes.
That you looked at. You
Yes.
made some of those calls that.
But he had called me earlier, I think, on that sheet. Will you get it out and see?
As Sherry whispers, "I'm guilty," the detectives lean into empathetic framing. They don't scold or accuse. They nod and thank her. This soft acceptance keeps her talking, convincing her that confession is the safest emotional exit.
Wasn't true the last time we talked.
Yeah, where do you want me to start at? What do you
No, I mean just anything you can think of that was a fib that we need to straighten out.
Well, he cleaned the carpets. He did. He met Fred.
So he has talked to Fred.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If he told us that he just saw a picture of him and that was it.
He's lying. He's lying.
Okay.
He's lying.
Okay. What else?
I took him upstairs to the office, and he shook hands with my husband because I told my husband that I would. A month or so ago, I told Fred, I said, I can't keep this house clean. I can't keep the carpets clean. I said, I can't keep doing this with my neck and back and everything the way it is. I'd like to get somebody to help me. Well, who else would it be but Tim, you know? He volunteered, and I was crazy enough to let him do it, I guess.
What about the motel when you went over there? Was the truth to what the hotel people said, that you were French kissing?
No, sir. I don't recall ever French kissing him.
Well, any kind of hugging up.
Probably, yes, hugging, or, you know, just hugging up, or just, you know, he's so tall and just standing up to kiss him or whatever, yes.
Since he's told you and admitted to killing Fred, have you made any attempt? And I know that you haven't to us, but to other law enforcement, have you stopped and told anybody in trying to rectify the problem and have Tim locked up or arrested to make it right?
No.
I mean, it's been us talking, and it hasn't been to this point tonight that you have told anybody the truth.
That's the truth.
Has he come up since then and tried to set up house and say, move back here, or can I move down there with you?
Yep.
So his memory's not that bad as far as blocking stuff out.
I don't think so.
Have you all talked a lot since that
No, sir.
about what took place?
No, sir.
By the end, detectives pivot to contrast comparison, asking about Tim's motives and Fred's character. It makes Sherry measure one man against the other, revealing loyalty conflicts she's been hiding. The mask drops. Her cooperation is complete, and part 2 will show how they use it to dismantle Timmy Rogers' story.
I've tried to help him.
Just like we said before, everything we do is collected and take to the courts.
Mm-hmm.
This is, you had your opportunity earlier. We said if you wanted to say the truth, or if you want to say you're sorry, or whatever it is, you know, now's your chance.
I am sorry. I am sorry. I was wrong.
But you did take part in the phone calls.
Yes, I did take part in the phone calls.
You did talk to him that same day of Fred's death.
Yes, sir.
And that there was discussion about getting them out to the mailbox.
Yes, sir.
And that you did receive a call from Tim saying the deed had been done. He'd been killed. And at that point, you set up this scheme that going to the neighbors and make them believe that.
Yes, sir.
And I know we're repeating things, so I just want to make sure in my mind. And that you thought by getting the next door neighbor, is it Tommy?
Tommy and Karen.
To go right around, you thought.
Karen told Tommy to go right around.
But you thought he'd come back. And
then he'd come back.
Didn't, so you knew you had to get him to the mailbox to help your story. So you rode with him.
Then when I seen Fred's glasses laying in the blood, I just lost it. Okay. Tommy put me, I remember, I think, put me in his wife's SUV and pulled the seatbelt to me. This is what Karen told me over me and held me in there because I wanted to get Fred's glasses. And Fred and Tommy thought maybe the assailants were still there and everything.
Detectives opened by repeating what Sherry already confessed: the phone calls, the plan, the timing. This repetition is deliberate. It forces her to reaffirm every incriminating point out loud, turning earlier maybe statements into solid admissions.
Maybe he was going to kill us or whatever, you know. He was just wanting to get out of there and not disturb the scene.
Okay. And don't get offended when I asked you some things. Okay. Like the funeral home we asked earlier. You know, you're in the lobby, you're with the staff, and you pass out. You get up, you pass out again. But yet when you go back to the back and you see him and you lift up the sheet, you're fine. Was that an act to try and help your story?
No, it wasn't.
But yet you were able to see your husband and not pass out. And don't get me wrong, you sold several fibs, so I want to make sure that I'm getting things correct this time.
I actually had to see it to believe it. But when I looked at his face and his head and everything, and then I went down and kissed his feet. And when I came back up, I just lifted the sheet off of this arm, and this arm was tore all to pieces. But this one wasn't the way I could see it. But the way I looked at his jaw, it was all out to here. I thought, I didn't know at the time that he had been shot.
Did you ask him how his arm got messed up?
Yes, I did.
And what did he say?
He said, I don't know. Maybe dragging him through the woods.
Anybody else helping Tim, or was he by himself?
He was by himself. I'm guilty of the phone calls.
Remember, the hand of one is the hand of all.
Yes.
You played a role in it. I'm not trying to
Yes, sir. I'm telling you.
You're not the one that physically killed Fred, but you had knowledge before and after and during.
Yes, I did, but I have to be honest now.
They shift into credibility testing. By contrasting her fainting at the funeral with her calmness over the body, detectives probe emotional inconsistencies. The goal is to make her question her own version of events and break any remaining facade.
What kind of life insurance policies he had, or have you?
No, sir.
You said
I found out since then. Diane found out for me. Okay. She came upstairs.
So earlier,
but I didn't. I really don't know. I can't tell you.
What's the rough ballpark?
Oh, I have no. I know that. See, he took his insurance when he left. When he left SLI in Mullins. I believe what he said, and I'm not for sure of this, he filled out papers, and for 18 months, I think, he could have his health insurance and life insurance continued for a premium amount. Mm-hmm. And it was the same amount that it was at Mullins, and Diane said it was $186,000. That was what his salary was.
Did he have any other policies insurance?
He had one at Sears, but Diane said it was for $50,000. I don't know about Mega Man, and I don't know about any other, as far as I know. There may be more. Like I said, I've never took care of the business. He has always took care of the business. I didn't even know where the cable was paid through or anything until I got the Bank of America statement, which Selena has herself. I mean, he took care of everything. I mean, would just go stick my card in and get money, or go to Walmart or whatever and get what I want, or go shopping for him. He did start me a personal account because he felt guilty, because every time I would go buy him $950 worth of shoes, he knew what I bought him before I ever got home, because it was there on the computer.
Is that the account you're talking about with 10,000?
Yeah, that's where he put 10,000 in. I think it was 13,000, and I paid the funeral out of it.
Did you discuss this with Tim as far as what the life insurance policies were? Since you had found out, have you told him how much?
Yes.
Okay. Did he ask you, or you told? Why was that?
He asked me. He asked me.
Money questions follow. They steer the talk toward life insurance and cash given to Tim. This is motive framing, connecting emotional involvement to financial benefit. It quietly paints her as complicit without directly accusing her.
For victims, like I say, for Fred, looking out for him for his here. That same night, we were caring for you. You passed out on us. Is that an act, or did you pass out?
I passed out.
Okay.
I did.
So you've got some health issues.
Yes, I do. I have. I've been on Social Security since, I think, 93, 94. I had a cabinet dropped on me, and it crushed the vertebrae, the L5S1 in my back. And my health has deteriorated ever since then.
And under this,
I had gastric bypass because I was overweight, 300 and some pounds. I was diabetic, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high triglycerides. My heart would beat too fast, and it'd get too slow, and just constant problems.
Well, we're just concerned about you. I mean, one, we were there, and both Joseph and I want to make sure you're fine then. If we make arrangements for extradition back, and that goes as planned, we want to make sure that you're fine going back. If there's any conditions we need to know about getting you home.
I just need my pain medication, because if I sit too long, since you have gastric bypass surgery, there's times that you can't ride a long ways without getting out and walking, because I have the varicose veins in my legs, and my legs become numb. And I have to get out and cause the circulation, just get out and stand, just be able to the doctor even told me just to do this, just to keep the blood moving in my legs. I'll be fine.
So, I mean, we're not sitting there and saying we don't care, we can get you back, but we're also looking for your welfare and getting you back home.
I know.
Detectives use protective concern. They discuss her health, travel, and medication to present themselves as caretakers. This comfort builds dependence, making it easier for Sherry to open up without feeling interrogated.
That we haven't covered since we came back. I mean, that you wanted us to come back and talk to and get clear or straight from our last interviews or from what happened at the house. Is there anything else that we need to address? I mean, we'll be talking more, but I mean, just right now, this is your calling. You asked us to come back. We want to make sure that everything you want to tell us is being allowed to be said.
Sitting down on the porch one of the evenings, Tim told me that he would never admit to it.
How long before Fred said?
No, that was after. It was just a couple of days ago or whatever. He kept pushing himself on me, and I kept backing off and backing off and backing off. And he would make a way to get me in the same automobile with him to go to the grocery store. I mean, my sister-in-law's paralyzed. My brother's not healthy. I've done everything I can do for him. I've even come and stayed months at a time with him. And
do you think that it has bothered him since you murdered your husband?
No.
Has he been acting differently?
He told me, he had told me that I was acting differently. Do you feel differently about me? Are you angry with me? I did it for you. I did it for me. I did it for us. And then I would walk up in the yard with my dog, and he would pick up my dog and bring him to me, and he would just try to just rub on me, and then I would just.
They returned to relationship probing. By asking how Tim behaved after the murder, they exposed that she kept contact and allowed affection. It strips away her victim narrative and replaces it with a partnership dynamic she can't deny.
You didn't understand me. You thought I said jewelry, but the jurors think they'll understand a little bit more now, hearing your side versus not hearing it earlier.
Neil,
even though it's not,
I'm still guilty, honey.
I know, but at least they see there's some remorse. They know that you're at least standing up and saying what.
I love my husband and he loved me, and I just lost.
None of it brings him back.
No, nothing. It's unforgivable. I said, you know what, I meant that by him not being able to hug me and tell me he loved me and how he took care of me and done things for me and everything. And God, it's unforgivable. I just want to die. Just give me the death penalty. I don't care. I just know that I'm responsible. I don't know what else to say to you all. I'm guilty. I don't want a jury trial. I don't want nothing. Just bring the judge in here and let me tell him I'm guilty. Please. I just want to get it over with. I don't want to put my family through this. It is enough what I did. It's enough for my family and my children and my grandchildren. It's enough. Please, it's enough. I plead guilty. Oh, God. Forgive me, Lord. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm guilty. I don't want a trial. I don't want a lawyer. I want to be...
As Sherry collapses emotionally, detectives use guided confession. They stay quiet, nodding as she begs for punishment. The silence lets her keep talking until she volunteers details they never asked for. Complete psychological surrender.
In Horry County, or if you're riding with us, maybe we'll give you one, let you write whatever you want going home if that's what you want to do.
Did you look under the mattress of my bed?
We glanced. We didn't.
Did you lift the mattress
back
up?
in Myrtle Beach?
Huh?
In Myrtle Beach? So
Yes.
I don't recall.
I didn't.
What was there?
There's some stuff in there.
Like what?
I can't remember really what it is. Something about Tim. No, it's something he gave me or something.
You think it's something he wrote you a letter?
I think so. I think it. No.
It's not like
this was way before and everything. Things had.
So it's not like the gun from this or whatever you're talking about.
No, nothing like that. No, it's from prior months.
When he said, we'll quit this in a minute, but it's been thought of something else. When you said that he bleached his steering wheel and forgot to clear his knob or something, shifter, why was he doing that? What got on there?
Blood.
Did he see blood, or he just...
He had blood all over his hands. He said his hands was covered. He had on a pair of coveralls, a camouflage pair of coveralls.
Did he have gloves or anything?
No, he did not have no gloves, sir.
Did he
He had a white cord or something, some kind of white thing.
How about the shoes he was wearing? Did he mention that?
It was his work boots.
And gloves?
And he, no gloves. And then he disposed of all of it, and he would not tell me where. He will not tell me where.
Do you think there's anything in your storage unit?
Beg your
Do
pardon?
you think there's anything in that storage unit of yours?
No, because he told me he disposed of all of it.
But you said he's been in there since.
He's put stuff in there. You can go look. But I know that he told me sitting on the porch when I was asking him questions, and he didn't want to answer it, and I forced him. And he said he had disposed of the keys, the watch, the boots, and camouflage coveralls, and I'm thinking what else he said to me.
We told you some stuff while we were there. It said about a red truck, or we were trying to let you know when at first we weren't sure if it was the next door neighbor that did.
The next door neighbor told me first.
We were trying to figure out if you...
Tom, or we're talking about the kid.
Here they employ detail reinforcement, asking about bleach, coveralls, and the red truck forces her memory to line up with physical evidence. Each yes is another nail, small facts that confirm she helped cover the crime.
Oh, my husband loved me and I loved my husband. We didn't fight, we didn't quarrel. He traveled, I traveled with him. I've lived in foreign countries. I've spent a lot of time by myself.
Your comment at the funeral home, was that a cry for help when you said you could see it in my eyes that I cared and you wanted us to find the killer? Did you know that ultimately we would be finding the killer and that would be you?
I did. I wanted you to. There was even a day that I wanted you to come to the house, and I prayed to Jesus, let him come and let me just tell him. Do you all know what I've been living with? Now it's all out.
Yes, ma'am. That's what we're trying to say.
Can't you tell now the peace?
Yes, ma'am.
We still got one more thing to take care of, and that's Timmy. And that you're the person that's going to do that. You're going to do your part for Fred now.
Okay.
We've done everything. We've led it all the way up. So whenever we take him to trial,
okay,
you're going to be the person that says, that's the man that told me he was going to kill Fred Engel. That's the man that called me after Fred Engel was dead and told me he'd done it. That's the man that beat me up in the winter of 2008. We're going to put his
2007.
2007. We're going to put his ass in the penitentiary for the longest day he ever lives, and you're going to help us do that because that's what you owe to Fred.
Oh, my husband, everything.
They shift to empowerment framing. Detectives tell her she can help Fred by testifying against him. Turning guilt into purpose motivates cooperation while ensuring she can't backtrack later in court.
Well, you all ask me all you want.
No, ma'am. You've spent a long day for all of us. Let you rest up.
I want to continue to finish it.
Like I said, if there's anything, because you know what was told that wasn't truthful, rather than us go through the whole thing again, that's why we kind of open it up for you and let you tell us. So you know what we haven't covered that needs to be changed, if anything does. But if not, I was going to say we've got a long day. We've got extradition hearings in the morning. You know, we'll come back again in the morning if there's anything else.
What happens if he fights extradition?
It's just a formality. Our solicitor's office will talk to our governor's office. He talks to the Kentucky governor's office, and it happens.
More likely, it just prolongs the inevitable. That instead of going back sooner, you wait a little bit longer.
Can you go ahead and take me back?
If that's what you want to do, and you express that to the judge, and they're willing to let you do it. I know back in our state that they will let you go. They may have some other reason.
It's the right thing to do, isn't it, Mr. Todd?
Sherry,
I have to be completely right. You either have to be completely right with everything and tell it and do everything right, or not do anything at all.
Rather than us inform you, sleep on it, listen to that judge tomorrow, and weigh that in the decision of what you want to do. And we'll make arrangements either way that you want to do. If you want to go back sooner than later, we'll do that. We may end up being here tomorrow interviewing. Like I said earlier, once the neighborhood found, there's a lot of people who want to talk to us. So between that hearing, doing some other things, interviews, we probably won't pull out till the following day. And if that's suitable with you and that judge, that'll be it. If not, and by his reasoning or yours that you elect to fight it, then we'll make arrangements when the time comes for that.
Now, one thing you got to think about is your family loves you, regardless of what's happening in the circumstance. They love you. And if you go and just vanish with us within 36 hours, it's going to be on them to come down to see you. So it might be in your best interest to stay a few days and let them come in and talk with you and pray with you and kind of get things right on this end before you come down, because you're going to be
But they can't touch me or anything, can they? Visitation or anything?
I'm not certain about that, Sherry. I know there are times I think that they do have contact visits, and I don't know.
Could you help anyway in that?
Finally, they use closure conditioning. Discussion of family visits, extradition, and peace gives the illusion that truth equals relief. It ends the interview on calm acceptance, not resistance, leaving Sherry fully contained within her own confession. In April 2008, Fred Engel was killed outside his home while checking his mail. Investigators ultimately suspected his wife, Sherry Engel, and her lover, Timmy Rogers, in his murder. Rogers went to trial in October 2010 and was found guilty of murder, largely on the testimony of Sherry Engel, who admitted an affair and cooperation with Rogers in the lead-up to his death. Shortly after, in December 2010, Sherry Engel pleaded guilty to being an accessory before the fact of voluntary manslaughter, essentially admitting she helped plan or facilitate the killing, even though she did not directly carry it out. At her sentencing hearing, the circuit court judge imposed a 30-year prison term. Under South Carolina's laws, she must serve at least 85% of that sentence before becoming eligible for parole. The sentence reflected both her admitted role in the planning and her ongoing relationship with the principal offender. The plea agreement avoided a full murder trial for her, but the lengthy term underscores the severity of assisting a homicide.